Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. This is my sixth video in applying contrasting method to analyze the three internal styles. I'll always do my best to present authentic knowledge and practice. As a Chinese Canadian, I believe it's my duty to share my experience with people around the world. I hope the information offered by these videos will help you improve your practice. This lecture series is going to last for a while, so let me know if you start to feel bored. I don't know if that will change my plans, but it surely helps to know. Anyway, all of this practice have helped me overcome many difficult situations and improve the overall quality of my life. That's what constantly motivates me to continue practicing and teaching it. A healthy body and a healthy mind have always been priceless. Even more so today. My suggestion is to make this practice a part of your daily life rather than an isolated activity. I'm sure you will notice the difference. Give it a try. Some members in our community asked me about the differences in martial application among the three internal styles. It is a great question, worth of its own video. It's impossible to understand the differences without a systematic approach in explaining the details of each style. This is often confusing due to the nature of each style. So, in order to help you understand the core differences among the three styles regarding their application, I'd like to focus on the key elements in using the contrast method. Topics covered in today's video include 1. Yin-Yang and its possible changes. 2. Yin-Yang's change in internal styles. 3. Key movement pattern in internal styles. 4. Demonstration. And 5. Takeaways. I would like to remind you that some topics in this video are a bit advanced, which requires you to have some training background. Also, some information in this video is based on my prior videos, so I highly recommend watching them to get a better picture. So let's get started. Topic 1. Yin-Yang and his possible changes. I have briefly introduced the Yin-Yang philosophy in a prior video. In ancient China, this concept was used to explain and understand all the things in nature. In about 3,000 years of history, this philosophical thinking has had such a significant impact on Chinese culture and its people that even today it is a part of Chinese daily life. Common belief is that, based on previous generations of philosophical development, Lao Tzu was the first person to introduce the term yin and yang in his book Tao Te Ching. Later, this thought was further developed by Confucian school through generations of scholars. In Confucius' classic document, the Book of Changes, this concept has been developed and interpreted systematically, and eventually it became a guiding principle in many areas such as the traditional Chinese medicine, art, military strategy, and so on. Yin-Yang concept tells us that all the things and the phenomena in the universe are made up of the yin and the yang, the two opposite elements. Under normal circumstances, yin and yang are compatible and in a dynamic balanced state even though all things are changing all the time. And the change of yin and yang is the driving force behind all the changes in the universe. Furthermore, internal factors are the major causes of any change, while external factors are conditions only. Both factors are required for a change started in quantity that eventually may result in a change of quality. By the way, in ancient times, most of the Chinese philosophers believed that the law of nature remained unchangeable. Due to the all-encompassing nature of the Yin-Yang concept, martial artists found it convenient as well as elegant to explain martial art concepts. In this video, I will use this theory to explain internal style of practice as well. By the way, a bit of trivia for you. The Yin and the Yang last names of family names are totally different from the Yin and the Yang components. The family name Yin could mean either of name of a dynasty, government position, other possible explanations. The family name of Yang is attributed to aspen tree. And just in case you are wondering, my first name, Hai, means ocean. Topic 2. Yin-Yang's change in internal styles. Many people falsely believe martial art practice focuses more on the balance of yin and yang. At the maximum, this would only be partially right. Of course, in some practice such as stance or some slow motion exercise, one always tries to pursue a state of balance. This is the part that is right. However, in a self-defense situation, it would not be the same anymore. The reason is pretty simple, that the objective of any movement is to reach a state of equilibrium from an unbalanced situation. A sudden action in self-defense is an unbalanced situation, and it is necessary to generate a lot of power in combat. In other words, an unbalanced state is necessary for self-defense. It may sound counterintuitive in the beginning, but I suggest you take some time to process this idea. I'm positive that you will agree with this. Let me know what you think in the comments section. So, a high-level martial artist actually emphasizes a state of unbalance even in their training in order to imitate a combat situation. This is an important concept, which I developed by observing, analyzing, and conceptualizing many great practitioners. This is an advanced topic which merits its own video. I will talk about this theory more in the future. To summarize, in a self-defense situation, transitioning from an unbalanced position to a balanced position is necessary for power generation. Finding the suitable internal and external factors in the changing of yin and yang becomes a key element in practice to a martial artist. By the way, I believe that conceptual theory is that's crucial in internal martial art practice because theory helps to understand the practice and enables you to adapt it to a wide range of situations. This is why I hope you will study this type of knowledge in your journey. Topic 3. Key movement pattern in internal styles. Any style has many different categories of movements such as blocking, striking, kicking, and others. They may be defensive, offensive, or a combination of both. In this video, I will not differentiate them based on these categories, but instead focus on their most important movement patterns. If you have watched my prior video, you are probably familiar with my 3-proverb approach by now. I use this concept for teaching movement patterns for applications as well. One proverb for each internal style. In the context of today's topic, I'm not the creator of these proverbs. Rather, I have sourced each proverb for each style's classic training documents. Again, I will read them in Mandarin first, then I will read their English translation. In Mandarin, 形意起钻落翻，八卦斜出正入，太极引进落空合既出。In English, 形意 fist rises with 钻 and falls downward with 翻。I will explain 钻 and 翻 later. Bagua step outward diagonally while attacking directly. Taichi lead the opponent's attacking force inward and make it fall empty. Then unify your own force and send it back. Let me explain them one by one. First, in Xingyi, fist rises with 钻 motion and falls downward with 翻 motion. This is a very famous Xingyi proverb, which indicates the overall principle of a typical movement, not only in combat but also in daily practice. Understanding it well will help one's practice. So, what does it mean? There are 4 Chinese characters in this proverb. Qi means rise. In Xingyi, it means fist or palm moves forward and upward. 钻 means drilling motion. If we take the thumb movement as the reference, then the hand turns outward towards the center line of the body, or the thumb moves with the movement of the hand and goes further from the center line. In another word, fist turns outward compared to the center line. This proverb tells us that when the hand moves upward and forward, it should have a drilling motion. Please keep in mind that the motion can be subtle, but it has to be there. So, in Xingyi, especially in the 5-element fist, this drilling force and power should be added to your movement. Now, let me explain the other 2 words, 落 and 翻, or falling and turning. Falling and turning here does not mean that the hand moves downward. Actually, it means that when the hand moves forward and downward, it should have a turning motion, or similar to the pi quan or the metal fist hand motion. The objective is to send the power into the opponent's body. 起钻落翻 or rise drilling, fall turning is an iconic motion in Xingyi. Pi quan perfectly embodies this proverb, and that is exactly why Pi quan is traditionally practiced first. In a self-defense situation, 起钻落翻 becomes especially important. For example, an important benefit of the drilling and falling motion when our arm reaches the opponent's arm, it will deviate the opponent's attack and strike back at the same time. In Xingyi classic document, this strategy is called offense and defense unified as one. I recommend testing this effect on a suitable training partner to get a first-hand experience. You may ask me, how about other important movement patterns in fighting? Well, there are many, but I'm talking about this one to keep things simple. Second, in Bagua, step outward diagonally while attacking directly. In Mandarin, it is called 斜出正入. 斜 means sideways or diagonal. 出 means evade or divert. 正 means direct, and 入 means enter or attack. You may get the impression that this term is the fighting strategy in Bagua. Well, again, it is only partially right. Actually, this term should be used to guide the overall Bagua practice, including stepping, body movement, hand movement, and of course, fighting strategy. A fighting strategy alone will not work without the coordination of stepping, body movement, and hand movements as one unit. Also, another explanation of the 斜出 or sideways stepping is that you can divert your opponent's attack sideways. Try to change the direction of the coming force of your opponent first, then counterattack directly to the center of your opponent. The difference is that for the first one, you evade the direct attack by moving sideways and then strike back directly. The second one is that you divert your opponent's attack sideways and then you strike back to the opponent's center line. To divert the opponent's attack, a palm as the hand formation is more suitable than a fist, since it is flexible and can be used to apply more hand techniques such as grabbing, holding, turning, leading, and so on. This is another advantage of Bagua mainly applying palms instead of a fist. As a result, it makes the 斜出正入 possible. Therefore, 斜出正入 is not only a fighting strategy, but it also an iconic movement pattern. So, keep in mind when you practice Bagua and always try to figure out a way to apply this concept in training. It will definitely improve the overall efficiency of your practice. 3. In Taichi, lead the opponent's attacking force inward and make this fall empty. Then unify your own force and send it back. I'm sure you have heard about this proverb if you have practiced Taichi, since it is one of the sentences mentioned in the oldest Taichi document published by Li Yiyu, the nephew of Wu Yuxiang. In Wu Yuxiang's book, it's said that Wang Zongyue wrote this Taichi proverb. There's no need to talk about who was the original author of this Taichi poem, so let's focus on its practical aspect. Since the English translation is pretty long, I prefer to use Mandarin in this video when quoting this proverb. Let me explain the proverb word by word first. There are two parts of this sentence and 7 words in total. The first part is the first 4 words, and the second part is the remaining 3 words. 眼尽落空 is the first part. 眼 means leading, 尽 means inward, 落 means falling, 空 means empty. Together, 眼尽落空 means leading the opponent's attacking force inward and make it fall to empty place instead of our own bodies. The second part of the sentence is 和计出. 和 means together, combine, and add. 计 means consequence. 出 means the opponent is sent out or being defeated. Together, 和计出 means that the Taichi practitioner not only borrows the opponent's power but also adds his own power and sends the opponents out. So this sentence is considered a guiding principle in Taichi application. It reflects the spirit of Taichi that one should avoid head-on encounters, or else that will be described as a mistake in Taichi application as 顶, which means a situation of force against force. Therefore, instead of applying a 顶 or head-on counter, Taichi practitioners lead the attacking force by following its direction. Then, when the opponent withdraws attacking force, Taichi practitioners enhance their own attacking force by combining it with this withdrawing force. 眼尽落空 is the method. 和计出 is the result. Of course, It is an idea, description, and situation. In reality, it is not so simple to apply the fighting strategy without years of hard work. Still, it helps to keep in mind that in Taichi's head-on encounters should be avoided as much as possible. First, 眼进落空, then 合技出, or lead the opponent's attacking force inward and make it force empty, then unify your own force and stand its back as the guiding principle in Tai Chi application should not be ignored in training sections. Most of the Tai Chi form practice is based on this principle as well. It is the result of the yin-yang changes starting in quantity and ending up in a quality change. This is why I believe that this proverb is so important. Topic 4. Demonstration. Today, I'd like to demonstrate the 起钻落翻 method through an exercise. As a single movement exercise, it has 钻 and 翻 movements in it. If you want, you can add it to your daily Xingyi practice routine, and with time, you will see the benefits. Hello, let's practice one exercise. So we can keep this kind of stance, or just like the Santi stance, okay? So fist in front of the chest, and then drill upward. So when the fist move out, drill upward. 1. Then up to here, withdraw. Then 2. So 1, 2, 1, then 2. So be careful when we move up, when the fist move upward, focus at this area, and then up. Then withdraw with elbow, then push downward. So 1, 2, 2. You can do it fast or slow. Topic 5. Takeaways. This was a short video, but many interesting topics have been introduced. A more detailed yin-yang concept based on prior video is introduced. The relationship between yin and yang and martial art training is presented. In the internal style training, an unbalanced situation is more important than the balanced state of in practice. 3. 3 proverbs for internal style movement and application practice have been discussed. Also, a simple exercise about 起钻落翻 is introduced. So that ends today's video. Thank you for watching. See you next time and happy practice.